Hi guys, and happy Friday. I hope you're having a beautiful Friday. I was going to do this video outside, but it got so windy, and I'm telling you, this is the Windy City. It has been the Windy City for months now. It's so crazy. The mornings are as still as can be, and by afternoon the wind is whipping all over the place. So, still having a rough couple days, crazy couple days. We caught a mom and baby together yesterday morning, and Tony, the Dapper Trapper, look at that logo, is that the cutest thing ever? The Dapper Trapper, he took the most beautiful picture of them together, and it's right here. And then he said, tell your neighbor not to plug the hole until we're sure there's not any more. So in the morning, before I went to Craig's, because he came like 6 o'clock in the morning yesterday, after he was gone, I was so happy. I said, oh my God, he's got them and they're together. Like, I was so happy. And I went by Craig's, hung out all day. And when I got home, about 3:30, sure enough, I could hear little feet. I was like, ah, shit, we're not done, right? So I called him back. I said, yep, there's more. He said, I thought so, you know. And so he came back today, and he put a series of traps, making tunnels, so that no matter how many babies there are, if they venture out, they can all get trapped together in one shot. This guy knows what he's doing. He's like really, but he's also got chickens and stuff like that of his own. And he's telling me about his chickens and how excited he was that one chicken started to roost, which means sit on the eggs. I didn't know. Sit on the eggs, so we knew that those were fertilized, and it was really cool. He was so happy when they hatched, and he had more chickens, you know. But he told me that story, and then he told me about all the seminars he goes to, because he likes to learn every new technique people are using to capture wild animals. So he has these little things that he does that the last time, 6 years ago, when I had a raccoon in my in my attic, the last guys knew none of this stuff. I mean, they set traps, they caught the mother, they couldn't get the babies, there was no access. It was the most horrible thing I've ever been through. So with this guy, I trust him implicitly, and he really knows what he's doing. The thing is, this time the babies are much older, because raccoon babies are, this is just little things that I learned. Raccoon babies are born in March or April, so these babies are over 2 months old, and they're big enough to live on their own. So they would have been coming out on their own soon anyway. So we're hoping that if there's one, or however, I think there's one more. That's what it sounds like. He said, but you can't tell. When Raymond was here, he said, I really think there's only one. He didn't think there was anything else. And, but already we caught 2, right? So, hopefully there's only one more, but they can have between 2 and 5 babies. So that's why he set this series of traps. He put a special trap in the middle where if one comes out and the others follow, they can all get into that one trap because they don't trip it till they get further down. And then if there's any stragglers, there's the 2 other. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. But I'm hoping that by tomorrow morning they're all caught. This is my hope. Talking to St. Francis about that a lot these days. Just please, let's get them out and safe. So, the traps are on the roof, ready to roll. We'll see what happens in the morning. Alright, so, because of this crazy week, I didn't get to go to the thrift at all. You know, I didn't get any time to myself. I hung out with Craig all day yesterday. And, actually, earlier, because Tony came at 6 a.m., I was able to stop in Lidl and get some stuff I needed for a cake that I wanted to make for Father's Day. And I got my dad a patio tomato plant. Give him something to, you know, take care of. And I thought it would be a really good Father's Day present along with the other things that he had asked for. So I did get that done yesterday morning before going to Craig's. Hung out with Craig all day, got home, heard the raccoons, called Tony back right away, waited for him to come. He couldn't get here till 1 p.m. So my whole morning was shot. But I sat in the sun, and it was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day until the wind started, you know, it really was. So, that's what my week has been like, you know. And it's already Friday. I can't believe it. I got all the pieces for my barrel table. I think I told you that the other day. And I emailed the barrel guys and I said, is my barrel coming Monday? Like, hopefully Monday. And they were like, it looks like Tuesday or Wednesday. Now, that sucks for me because Wednesday is our busy day at Record King, and I have to be here for that barrel delivery. And because they're delivering it themselves. It's not like UPS or FedEx or whatever. They're delivering it themselves. I have to be here. I got to tell them exactly where to put it. So if it comes on Wednesday, it's going to screw up another Wednesday for me and Craig. And that sucks for me, but whatever. This thing better be here. I'm dying to do this project. And I think tomorrow is the record store day drop thing, so Craig won't even be in the store tomorrow. He'll be in Dover. So I have time, you know, I'll have time tomorrow to make the cake for Father's Day and whatever I have to do. Maybe grab a thrift run if I can. We'll see. We'll see. Depends on if the raccoons are caught, if Tony gets here early, the whole thing. I just hate this. You know, I just really hate this. So anyway, aside from all that drama, I got a couple more questions. And one is from Nikki. And part of her question I answered in detail in the last video, and that was, will you ever move from the atomic universe? And obviously I answered it in detail, so we won't even touch it here. The other part of her question was how many records are in my collection. Now that's an impossible thing to answer, but between LPs, 45s, and 78s, it's got to be, we're talking over, it's in the thousands. So it's over 5,000 right now. It spans 2 rooms. It's yeah, I'd say about 5,000. But it's hard to say for sure, you know, because when you think about Craig's, when you think about Record King and when he had to leave the store, he had 100,000 records in that store. 100,000. And when you look at the store, I said, that didn't seem like 100,000, but it was. So 5,000 is probably a how do you call it? Modest estimate. Because I've got a lot of records. A lot. Alright, so Carm sent me another question, and this one intrigued me very much, and this is a very interesting topic. Well, one part of his question was, do I think, the internet is making the world smaller? And I absolutely think so. It really is. I mean, I know people from all over the world because of YouTube, and you can have friends in other countries, other states, whereas years ago, you had to have a pen pal to be friends with other people in other countries and stuff, and even other states. I remember when I was in school, we had pen pals in Iowa. So I guess they were taking a state that was so different from the tri-state area and try and, I don't know, whatever. But I remember that distinctly. So anyway, the part of Carm's question that really intrigued me was, let's read it. Because I will say, if any of you have not done this particular test, you need to. Alright. Okay, Carm says, okay, I have a couple more for you here that I also asked of another fellow YouTuber. Do you have any interest in MBTI, like introvert, extrovert, etc.? Have you ever tested for it? And if so, do you know your type? Now, this is really interesting to me. I've never tested for it, and MBTI is the Myers-Briggs type indicator, if you don't know what it is. And so, as a result of his question, I did go online and take a Myers-Briggs type indicator test, and the results were very interesting and not surprising to me. So it is an indicator of where you lie among the 16 personality types. There are 16 personality types in the world, and I am an advocate, and also called an INFJ. INFJ is the rarest personality type in the world. There are only 1.5 of the population with this personality type. So, INFJ, Carm, that's what I am. So, the rarest personality type, very interestingly, it describes it as a quiet visionary, 93% introverted, 62% intuitive, and 38% observant, 67% feeling, and 33% thinking, 46% assertive, and 54% turbulent. It's absolutely incredible. When I read the entire results of the test, I was like, that's me. Everything about it was me. So INFJs are perfectionists, overly sensitive, extremely overly sensitive, very private, very, very private here, easily overwhelmed. Stupid, simple things overwhelm me. Like, even if I only have a couple of things that need to get done, I will say, God, I have so much to do. And it's not, for other people, it would not be a lot. You know what I mean? It's weird. And of course, there is an absolute obsessive quality to INFJ people. Of course, I'm obsessive. They say about values and beliefs, but I'm obsessive compulsive about a lot of things. So, very, very interesting. INFJ means introversion, intuition, feeling, and judgment. So, that's where the INFJ J comes from, and it's only 1.5% of the entire population, the rarest personality type. And it said that this particular personality type felt like they were, they never fit in. They were never like anyone else, and that is absolutely true of me. So I'm telling you, if you want to be blown away and truly fascinated, take the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator Test. You will love it. Look for the 16 personality types thing on Google, and the test will come up. It's really fun. So Carm, that was a great question. We are listening to Beneath the Veil by Zingaya. This is beautiful stuff. Look at that. Very good stuff. This is the kind of music I've been listening to. It calms me in times like this where I'm waiting to catch these raccoons. I don't want anything bad to happen to them. I just want them caught and released into the wild, and so they can live happily ever after outside of my attic, right? So while I was waiting for him to come today, I read more of The Son of Hamas. This book is outstanding, over half done. It's the things that they went through. Oh my God. It's really great. If you're interested in this kind of conflict, this is a great book. Really great book. After that, my next read is definitely going to be a revisit of The Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test by Tom Wolfe. I haven't read this since the 70s. So I'm really looking forward to reading this again. I remember this was great. This is the, how do they say it? The best book ever published on the hippies. Really fun. A Dayglow book, Illuminating Mary Surreal. Really, really fun. Can't wait to read that again. And I'm going to need something fun like that after something intense like this. So anyway, guys, that's about it for me. Still dealing with the raccoon issue. Hopefully the babies come out. He threw some, what do you call it, marshmallows in there. And he sprinkled this stuff that draws them, some kind of scent. And since their mother's gone, and they're old enough, they're not little tiny babies, they're like this big. They're big enough to survive on their own. They're gonna be hungry. Mom's been gone since yesterday morning. They're gonna come out and check out the marshmallows, I hope, and hopefully be trapped. Oh my God. So he can take them away tomorrow morning. Just want to be done with this very much, so my neighbor can seal that up. So anyway, guys, I think that's it for me. Of course, as soon as I sat down to film, somebody started mowing their lawn, and that is always the way. I said, doesn't anybody work anymore? It's like, I don't think so. Because that's not a landscaper. That's somebody mowing the lawn next door. So Vaji was outside with me the whole time, and every time the Dapper Trapper came, Vaji was very good. He just greeted him with a little bark and then curled up on his bed. Very, very good. So, didn't even really realize that the guy had trapped raccoons. Like, when he carried the trap past Vaji, Vaji just stayed in his bed. An old man, you know, not fazed by things that would have freaked him out back in the day. So anyway, guys, I think that's it. I hope you're gearing up for Father's Day. We're going to make something called burger bundles. We're going to make something called brown rice, which isn't brown rice. It's white rice made with onion soup and consomme, onion, French onion soup. How do you call it? Campbell's onion soup and consomme to make it brown. You cook it in the oven that way. And the burger bundles, and we'll make some, we call it broccoli. And then we'll make making a tres leche cake for my dad. And that'll be Father's Day. So I hope you're having a magical, mystical, musical Friday. Comment, subscribe, spread that love. Tink merch below. Radio Tink podcast link below. Follow Radio Tink on Facebook. And until next time, remember, I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I say it all the time, but I really, really do. And if you're interested, take that test, the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator Test. It will tell you your personality type out of 16 known personalities in the world. Very, very interesting. And if you're participating in Record Store Day Drop, if there's anything you're interested in on that drop, I hope you get everything you're looking for. And other than that, have a beautiful weekend. I love you all. I will talk to you next time.